the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is. You show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox Postgame Podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is, fuck!
It's not the post-game show, it's the pre-game show. I'm getting you warmed up for today's ball game between the Angels and the Orioles. Game 43 on the schedule today because yesterday we got just as much of old Sonny as we could take. So today it's going to be a new day. It's going to be up to Chase Silseth. That's what it's going to be. Sorry, I can't do that hack's voice for very long. Sorry about that, folks. The Angels on game 43, filling in for James, the one and only James, the producer to the stars. I'm filling in for him as we start today's pregame. He'll be back, I think, on Thursday. But we will have, I think, Fernando, the Lone Star Halo, taking over for him tomorrow as work has gotten away. So May 16, 2023, the Angels are 22-20 in their first 42 games. If you had to ask me, are you disappointed with their start so far? I would say by far, yes. I'm disappointed that they should have a lot more wins right now. I would say if I had to give you a number, I would say 27-15 would be nice. Give me 5 of those blown saves that we have. We have 9 after the 7th inning, and I believe 14 total after the 5th inning. So give me 5 of those, and I would take that easily, and we'd be in first place. But we're not. We're 3.5 out as we speak. We're taking on the Baltimore Orioles tonight, who are 26-15, 11 games over 500. Tonight's starting pitching matchup again is Chase Silseth. He's making his first start of the season so far. He got a little bit hit around in his last appearance. He's pitched 8 1/3, 5 strikeouts with a 3.24 ERA. Career, has 11 games, 1-3 record, 5.84 ERA in 37 innings pitched. So he'll come in here with his first start. I've liked the fact that he's been really, really good at pitching, keeping the ball down and not really giving up the fly balls. So he's had a lot of ground balls, and he's been working on that. So his pitching's gotten a lot better. He made some strides. I'm thinking that this is a good chance for him right now with a couple guys down to really make a statement here in the rotation. So if he can, by all means, that would be excellent because this is a guy that we want to see make the next level.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Exactly, John Stamos is there. The other pitcher opposing the Angels today, it's going to be Dean Kramer. Yes, Dean Kramer, or Kramer, whatever you want to call him. On the 2023 regular season, he's pitched 8 games. He's 4-1 with a 4.97 ERA. He's been the product of a lot of good run support. So he's off to a pretty good start standings-wise, or at least record-wise. 32 strikeouts in 41 innings pitched, so he's not really a strikeout pitcher. He's more of a guy who's going to pitch to contact, and you can help him out or you could tear him apart. So you want to make him work and throw pitches and then try to look for something in the zone. That will be key here today. He's a right-hander, so we'll see another right-hander. We're not going to see a lefty till the finale there. We're going to see 2 lefties in the finale. The starting lineups for your Angels of Anaheim, of Western Hemisphere, of China Southwest is like this. In center or in right field starting today is Mickey Moniak. Mickey Moniak with a 500 average right now. A little inflated with a little bit of time. Let's see. Mike Trout will be in center field, batting second. Number third, batting third in the lineup, Shohei Shohei Ohtani batting 303. He has surpassed Mike Trout as Mike Trout falls to 281 as far as a hitter. That's kind of disappointing right now. And then they put Taylor Ward in the 4th spot, which I don't really agree with that, but I guess without Walsh and without Rendon, it kind of makes sense. So you got Taylor Ward batting 244. He's in the 4th spot in left field. And then and this one's kind of caught my eye too. It's like, okay, here's some philosophy, some Phil Nevin logic. Okay, Wallach, you come off the DL. You had a couple days off. You didn't really play. You know, you should be well rested. You come in there, you catch a good game by Ohtani, and you go 3 for 5. You nearly hit 2 home runs. You hit 1. You have 2 more good hits. Sit your ass on the fucking bench. So, yeah, Wallach gets the day off for going 3 for 5 yesterday, and you bring in Theis. Now, again, Theis is no slouch lately. He's been hitting pretty well. He's at 288. But, again, why not ride the hot hand? Right now, I mean, or the hot bat. And the guy's 3 for 5. He's batting over 300. Wallach coming off the DL or IL, whatever you want to call it. And give Theis the night off. You had him playing first base the other night. You know what I mean? He's been playing back-to-back in between Key, and Key got sent down the other day. So it's like, why not pitch Wallach back-to-back and then play Theis tomorrow? But no, that would make sense. And then putting Theis at 5 is very interesting, but maybe it's because of the right-handed pitcher, and we do have a lot of righties in the lineup here today. Drury will be hitting 6th. He will be at first base. His average is dipped. He's all or nothing. He's either big hit or no hit or double play. He's 226 right now. I'd love for that average to come up. Gio Urshela will be at third base. He's batting 289. Louis Renifo is your second baseman. He's batting abysmal 212, but in the playing time that he's been getting, his average has been coming up. So I will say that. And Zach Neto is doing more than what you can think of for a kid his age, and for the limited amount of playing time that he has. He's batting 240. He'll be in the lineup batting 9th, flipping the lineup back over to Mickey Moniak, which could be nice because if you think about it, think about speed at 9, speed at 1, speed at 2, speed at 3, and then you run into Ward. So I really like that right there with those 4 going back to back to back to back to back. So like I said, Silseth will be the starter. Now let's take a look at the Baltimore Orioles rotation, or not rotation, but lineup. It'll be Cedric Mullins leading off in center field. He's batting 267. Don't let the average fool you. He's a really good hitter, and he's a pain in our ass. And then you got the catcher who last year, I mean, he looks like Buster Posey, but from the left side. Adley Rutschmanson. He's really good. 286, 6 home runs, 22 RBIs. Then you have Santander. He's batting 262 in the 3-hole. Again, these guys, for most fans, most baseball fans that don't really know baseball too much and are like, oh, okay, you know, the Baltimore Orioles are good, but they're not really into them because they either don't play, you know, they don't watch games outside their team. Because the Orioles, these names aren't sexy, but what they are is very good players. And what's scary about the Baltimore Orioles, they have another like really former first round pick who's blew through the system, and as a pitcher, he's on his way up. You got another can't miss outfielder and a shortstop coming up too. I mean, the Orioles are stacked, and they've done it the right way. They hit the reset button years ago. You got Willie Mays Hayes batting left field, batting 300. Not Willie Mays Hayes, but you know who I'm talking about, Austin Hayes. That guy's pretty good as well. And then you got Henderson, the third baseman. They're high on this kid, but he's struggled a little bit. Gunnar Henderson, he's only batting 180, but in 111 at-bats, he's got 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. He came up last year, played about 30 games, put up an Adele-type year. 220, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. They're thinking highly of this kid, and he should be good. He's only 21 years old. So that should tell you how young this team is. I mean, again, I don't even think they have anyone over 30 right here. So he's a good hitter. And then you got Frazier, the second baseman, Adam Frazier, former Yankee, I think former Padre as well. He's batting, unfortunately, just 227, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. We hope he continues to struggle. And then their right fielder is Varva. Taryn Varva, he's batting just 214. He's getting a spot start. He only has 28 at-bats this year. Another young kid in that lineup. Mateo will be the shortstop. Not our Mateo on here. He's batting 259. Jorge Mateo was 259, 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. But if he gets on base, you got to watch him. He's got 13 stolen bases already. Then you got the DH, which usually teams don't have their DH batting ninth. But that just tells you they're not strong in that particular position. For all the strong points that they do have, they're not very strong at DH. It's Ryan O'Hearn. He's batting just 208, but again, only 24 at-bats. They're giving another kid – well, actually, this guy's 29 years old, so he's bounced around a little bit. But they are starving for a DH. So if in trade deadline time, I would imagine that the Orioles would go out and try to get a DH, someone like a like a Nelson Cruz type hitter that's been around. I know Nelson Cruz is not going to be dealt because I think he's on the Padres or someone like that. So, but on one of these teams that they have like a real hitter, they're going to need to make a trade at some point. So again, I'm looking at right here the bench for today. We got Phillips on the bench for the Angels. Renfro's taking a day off. Soto is your shortstop. He's available to play. Wallach is on the bench with a 314 average. As far as the pitchers are concerned, no word on anyone not being available, but I would imagine since he pitched yesterday, we have to rest more. Oh. So, yeah. And then we got Weiss. Maybe we'll see Zach Weiss pitch. He just got called up looking for his first action of the season. I'd like to see Tucker Davidson and Jaime get some time because the more you sit guys like that and let them rest on the pine, it's never good. So you want to keep them ready to go. Let's get into some comments before we get out of here. Vetter says, DFA Todd, bring up James. Big 20 says, guess what? We'll save that for afterwards, Big 20, because I'm not taking phone calls right here. The Box Score podcast is predicting the Angels win 8-5. Vetter says, we need Neto leading off. The Box Score also says, Perry helps manage his team as well. He's got a shoulder some of the blame as well. He does have a lot of input. I agree. I think in the beginning we didn't really – we kind of shied away from doing that. But I think right now it's clear to say it's clear to see Box Score that we definitely need to send some what is it called, some ill will his way at times if things don't go good, because we've given him the benefit of so much doubt. Vetter says also, if we ever have a doubleheader, we are so screwed if Nevin keeps this stupid game plan up. Oh yeah, I mean don't expect you'll see a brand new lineup and brand new pitchers. Good is better than sexy in sports, LOL. Exactly. Vetter also says Squiddy Poo is sexy according to Todd, but sucks. No, he's not sexy at all. I didn't care for his defense, and I really don't care about his offense. Our Mateo would probably call his own home run. He probably would. Must be nice to work a day and get a week off. Right? I mean, that is the mentality of our Halos. So, I mean, I don't understand it at all. 5 more days until my birthday. So there you go. He extinguished another candle. He's getting ready for his he's got like is it a menorah that the Jewish people have when they celebrate on he's got one of those for his birthday, but it starts like 30 days prior. So he's got like 30 candles. He's down to 5. But yeah, that's the starting lineups for both sides. My prediction on the game, I'm going to be honkish on this one, dude. Something tells me the Orioles are going to be a little bit too aggressive, and it's either going to work to our favor or work against us. But I'm going to go with my honk right here, and I'm thinking I need to honk first off. This one it's kind of petering out. I'm going to go with my honk on this one, and I'm going to go for the Angels to get a 4-3 type win. I think there's a lot of ground balls hitting this game, and maybe, just maybe, the Angels play good defense. And they don't do that, and we pull away with a real close win.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
I think so. And hopefully at the end of the game, we're all going to yell with an Estevez save because more is not available. So that's my prediction, 4-3. Go Halos, and we'll see you on the post game soon after. Thank you for tuning in. James will be back, I believe, on Thursday, and Fernando will be what is it in there tomorrow? Angels are sweeping the Birds, calling it Honk Me Todd, and can get a grandpa get a honk too, and can grandma get a honk. Absolutely. Shout out to you again, my man. Hope all is well out there. Really, thoughts and prayers with your family and yourself Randy on your grandma. So that's very tough, man. But much love to your family and much love to these Angels. Let's get a win for your grandma tonight. So here we go. Game will be starting in about 7 to 12 minutes, something like that. So everyone enjoy. We'll catch you on the post game.